What's that? Oh! Oh, that didn't take long. That little scented jerk shad, they absolutely love that thing. Nice big brown smallmouth. Come here, fish. If I ever manage to get him in the boat, might be a miracle here. So he's winning. Look at that beautiful brown smallmouth. The scented jerk shad. And it didn't take very long. Pick that up out here, start hopping it around. This has become a smallmouth killer. This is a 4-inch scented jerk shad right here on a drop shot. We're actually up on a flat. And there's some fish swimming around. They're following baits. Had a hard time getting them to bite. And pick that up right there, and it's almost immediate. And you know, we've seen a lot of money won lately in tournaments on that bait right there. It's an awesome drop shot bait. I use it for other things like a little stealth blade trailer or mini max trailer, but on a drop shot, really hard to beat. Awesome bait for smallmouth. We're out here fishing, it's a grass flat, kind of got some gravel spots mixed in it, but really trying to target the clean areas. You can see all the grass out here, but there's little clean spots. A lot of these smallmouth will get out on these flats, but they like to stay in that open area where perch and bait and stuff can come out and they can run it down. So they're out here scattered around, but it's a little bit challenging right now because it is so windy and it's getting a little bit low light. But that's really what to focus on out here. It's only 4 to 6 foot of water, but there's a lot of smallmouth out here in this grass, in these holes. It's just landing on the right little spot. You can see like this light spot here. It's those little holes, they're kind of everywhere. And some of them you'll end up getting bites on, some of them you won't. But these smallmouth just roam out here. You know, a man once told me that they're like cattle. They get out here, it's like in a pasture, and they roam around, but they'll hang around these clear spots like that. And we're throwing a drop shot with the scented jerk shad here. It's a 1/2 ounce tungsten weight. I want something fairly heavy out here because I want to pop it out of the grass. I'm covering some water with it. It's not really finessey fishing a drop shot. I'm not out here dragging it around or dropping it below the boat. It's a lot of fairly aggressive fishing with it that I'm popping it out of the grass and trying to land in those little light spots. And you know, you get in those light spots where there's a fish at and he's going to bite pretty quick in this shallow water. Oh, got him. Look at that one. Whoa. It's going absolutely crazy. They just can't resist that scented jerk shad. This thing, it's an amazing little bait. You know, it's so different than other baits because it's, he's really mad. It's really different than a lot of baits that it's buoyant. So it's that ElaZtech, it has a ton of action, but it also sits nose down on a drop shot. The tail floats up. There's something about that. Smallmouth and largemouth both just can't resist. Got this on a 7.6 light action rod. Now these little drop shot hooks, this is a size 2 hook. With his light rod, you don't pull as big a hole in their mouth. So this is a 7.6 light action Zodius Shimano rod. Oh, look at that pretty fish right there. And I saw it swimming ahead of the boat and it just raced over. That thing hit the bottom and it has like an action that continues. So it hits the bottom and the bait starts to float up, and that ElaZtech is so buoyant that it sits there and just has a ton of action. This thing is super limp, but because of the buoyancy, it actually imparts more action in it, and that bait will sit with the tail up in the air like that. This is smoking shad color. A lot of these shad colors are really good. Shiner's one of my favorites. Beer Run's another good color. Red Bone, a bunch of good colors, but beautiful fish right there. We're gonna try to get us another one. Then my setup for fishing this is really similar to what I use for a lot of spinning applications, especially lighter line stuff. And it's a 2500 Vanford here, Shimano Vanford. I like a 2500 to 3000 size reel, 10-pound braid. This is a Seagar Smackdown. I really like a green or yellow braid though. You can track your bait, you know where it is, you can see what's going on a lot better. This is 8-pound fluorocarbon leader. It's a Seagar Tatsu to a number 2 VMC finesse Nico hook and a 1/2 ounce drop shot weight. This rod here is a 7/6 light. It's a lot lighter than I normally use. A lot of guys really like this rod. It really works well with really light lines, like 6-pound line. Taking it easy on them. The soft rod really wears a fish out. It doesn't tear a big hole. A lot of times I like a little bit stiffer rod just because I like the horseman a little bit more, but this is a lot of fun on this light rod catching them. You can tell how much flex it has. It really wears a fish out well. And that's pretty much my setup for a drop shot here. It's a pretty simple setup that I use in drop shot in a lot of different scenarios. Here I'm using obviously an exposed hook and a bigger weight. One really important thing though is the weight I'm using is a tie-on weight. So it's got a round top to it. If you use those drop shot weights with the little clasp in them, the grass really gets hung bad where your line goes into that clasp. You always have that on your weight. Having one that you tie onto comes through this grass so much better. Anytime you're drop shotting around grass, that helps a ton. Pretty smallmouth, the scented jerk shad. Another one in the tongue too. They are really choking this thing. It's man, it's amazing. I hop out of that grass and I can feel them bite it right away. We're free. Beautiful smallmouth. They are just choking that scented jerk shad out here. You know, we've tried several different baits, but you pick that up, tied that on, and it's just night and day difference. Pretty amazing, these beautiful small. There was a bunch of them with that one right there. We're gonna try to get some more. It's pretty fun catching them on that. I got on a 7/6 medium light or light action rod, and it's really good for landing the fish, and they fight really hard with it too. So it's fun, beautiful brown fish. We're gonna catch us another one. Well, it has slowed down to a snail's pace. These northern smallmouth, man, I've fished them a lot in my life, and they just seem to really get pretty tough a lot of times in the evening like this. And they're such visual feeders. They want to be able to see it. And we get these low light situations. They get harder to catch. You know, for some reason, they bite better in the mornings at low light than they do in the evenings, for my experience anyway. So I think we're probably going to hang it up here, go get Corey a Juicy Lucy. Hopefully I don't get any cheese in my face. And yeah, come back and try it again tomorrow. It's been a fun day. You know, we caught fish on a lot of different things, and smallmouth and largemouth. The scented jerk shad's probably accounted for more of the bigger smallmouth we've caught, but we've caught them on a little bit of everything, and it's been fun. And I'm looking forward to tomorrow, but I'm also looking forward to some good dinner and getting on the road here, getting some rest tonight. We'll get up early and hopefully catch some on some fun stuff in the morning, winding around, and we'll be back at it again. Stay tuned. Well, Corey was supposed to be filming. He picked up a swim bait. We only have 3 of them, and threw it up in the reeds, and we are hung up right now. And we don't want to break it off because we don't have a lot of them.
We're just gonna blazing by it though?
Blazing by it? You want me to stop and let you get in and get it out?
Yeah.
Come on now. High maintenance? Oh, jeez. Just took a Hercules to the
Cut.